You are operating in a hostile electromagnetic spectrum. You wake up, and before your feet hit the floor, you are under attack. The enemy is not firing bullets. They are firing signals, notifications, emails, likes, breaking news, infinite scrolls. This is not entertainment. This is electronic warfare. The world is blasting a high-intensity jamming signal directly into your brain. They are flooding your radar with noise so that you cannot see the target. They are hacking your command and control system, your dopamine receptors, to make you a slave to their frequency. You think you are distracted. No, you are being jammed. Your focus is the most valuable resource on Earth, and you are letting it be stolen by a weaponized algorithm designed to keep you weak, passive, and scrolling. You are losing the war for your own mind. This ends today. We are initializing countermeasures. We are going to stop trying to ignore the noise. You cannot ignore a jamming signal that is louder than your own thoughts. You must shield against it. We are building a dopamine firewall. In electronic warfare, you don't fight the signal with willpower. You fight physics with physics. You build a shield that the signal cannot penetrate. You are the electronic warfare officer, EWO, of your life. Your mission is to protect the bandwidth of your command center. If the signal gets in, the mission fails. The workout fails. The deep work fails. This is the three-part shielding protocol. First, the Faraday Cage, total isolation. Second, the frequency hop, signal hardening. Third, the active jamming, offensive countermeasures. We are going to cut the enemy lines. We are going to silence the static. And in that silence, you will finally hear your own commands again. Initialize the firewall. The first rule of electronic warfare is, if you cannot secure the frequency, you must physically block the signal. You are trying to focus while holding a device that is designed to interrupt you. You are bringing your phone into the gym. You are putting it on the desk while you work. You think putting it on silent is enough. It is not. The mere presence of the device drains your cognitive battery. Your brain is subconsciously waiting for the next ping. It is leaking bandwidth just by monitoring the potential for connection. You need a Faraday cage. In physics, a Faraday cage is an enclosure used to block electromagnetic fields. Inside the cage, the external signals do not exist. It is a dead zone. Go dark. In the gym, your Faraday cage is your locker, not your pocket, not the floor next to the bench, the locker. When you walk into the Iron Temple, you must sever the connection to the outside world. You put the phone in the locker, you lock it, you walk away. For the next 60 minutes, you do not exist to the digital world. No texts, no emails, no changing the song. The amateur says, "But I use my phone for music." The EWO says, "Buy an MP3 player or buy headphones with offline storage." Do not leave a back door open for the enemy. If the device has a screen and an internet connection, it is a vulnerability in your hull. Close the back door. When you train inside a Faraday cage, the intensity skyrockets. Why? Because your neural bandwidth is 100% available for the muscle. There is no background process running in your brain wondering who liked your photo. There is only the iron and the gravity. You reclaim the processing power required for high-intensity output. This transfers to your workspace. The phone-free room is a Faraday cage. If you need to write, to code, to think, you must physically remove the jamming device from the room. You cannot resist the temptation forever. Willpower fatigues. Physics does not. Put a wall between you and the signal. Build the wall. The silence inside the cage will feel uncomfortable at first. You will feel phantom vibrations. You will feel the urge to check. This is the withdrawal of the addict. This is the enemy trying to re-establish the link. Do not break the seal. Stand in the silence. Breathe in the silence. That silence is the sound of your freedom. By physically isolating yourself from the jamming signal, you force your brain to switch from receiver mode, passive, to transmitter mode, active. You stop consuming. You start creating force. Secure the perimeter. You have built the cage. You have locked the device away. The signal is blocked. If you are ready to operate in total radio silence and reclaim your bandwidth, seal the door. Hit the like button. It is your confirmation code. The comms are cut. You are inside the cage. The external noise is gone. But now you face a new threat, the noise coming from inside your own head. Years of exposure to the jamming signal have damaged your internal receiver. Your attention span is fragmented. You are addicted to frequency switching. You focus on a set for 30 seconds, and then your brain wants to switch channels. It wants a new stimulation. It gets bored. You need signal hardening. In military comms, we use frequency hopping to stay ahead of the enemy. But for your mind, we need to do the opposite. We need frequency locking. You must retrain your brain to stay on one single channel for an extended period. This is the discipline of deep focus. Lock the channel. In the gym, this means rest period discipline. What do you do between sets when you don't have your phone? The amateur looks around. He talks. He watches the TV on the wall. He is still seeking distraction. He is scanning for a new signal. The EWO locks the frequency. He stares at the bar. He visualizes the next set. He controls his breathing. He refuses to let his mind change channels. He embraces the boredom. Boredom is the filter. Boredom creates the pressure required to bond focus to action. Embrace the static. When you feel the itch to be distracted, that is your brain going through dopamine detox. It is painful. It feels restless. You must hold the line. You force your attention back to the muscle, back to the breath. Stay on target. Every time you bring your wandering mind back to the task, you are hardening the signal. You are soldering the neural pathways. You are teaching your brain, we do not switch frequencies. We stay here until the job is done. This is the antidote to ADHD culture. You don't fix a scattered mind with more apps. You fix it by forcing it to endure the absence of stimulation. You stare at the wall between sets if you have to. You let the dopamine baseline reset the baseline. This makes you dangerous in the real world. While your competitors are checking their phones every 4 minutes in a meeting, you are locked in. You are hearing things they miss. You are seeing angles they are blind to because their signal is fragmented, and yours is a laser beam. Signal hardening is the process of turning your mind from a receiver that picks up everything into a transmitter that broadcasts one thing, willpower. When your signal is hard, nothing can jam you. You become immune to the noise. Amplify your signal. You have the Faraday Cage, gym, deep work. You have hardened the signal, focus. But eventually you must leave the cage. You must re-enter the world. You must carry the phone again. The enemy is waiting. The algorithm is waiting to hijack your dopamine the moment you reconnect. You need active jamming. You need offensive countermeasures. You do not let the enemy transmit freely into your brain. You jam their signal. You curate the input with ruthless aggression. Jam the enemy. Most men operate on default settings. Notifications on, banners on, sounds on, bright colors. They are walking around with a target painted on their back, begging the algorithm to shoot them. The EWO changes the settings. He deploys grayscale. Turn your phone to black and white. Grayscale. Suddenly, the vibrant, addictive Candy Crush colors of Instagram look like a boring newspaper. You strip the visual weapon of its power. You make the screen unappealing. You jam the visual trigger. Kill the color. Turn off all non-human notifications. If it is not a text from a real human being, family, close business, it gets blocked. News apps, blocked. Social media pings, blocked. Game alerts, blocked. You do not let a machine interrupt your life. You decide when to look. The machine does not summon you. This is command and control. The EWO determines the flow of information. He does not drink from the fire hose. He sips from a controlled tap. Control the flow. Clean your feed. Unfollow. Mute. Block. If an account does not make you stronger, smarter, or richer, it is noise. It is a jamming signal designed to make you feel weak or inadequate, so you will buy something. Jam it back. Delete it. Curate a feed that is pure signal. Only engineering, only strength, only wisdom. When you control the inputs, you protect the dopamine. You preserve your motivation for the things that matter. Your empire, your body, your family. You stop leaking energy into the void of the internet. This is the ultimate defense. You walk through the digital battlefield, but you are untouched. Your shields are up. Your frequency is secure. You are in the world, but not programmed by it. Secure the spectrum. This is the dopamine firewall. This is how you win the electronic war for your mind. You stop being a passive receiver of noise. You become the EWO. 1. The Faraday Cage. Physically isolate yourself from the device during critical missions. Lock it up. 2. Signal hardening. Retrain your brain to endure boredom and maintain focus without switching channels. 3. Active jamming. Reconfigure the device. Grayscale. Notifications off. Curate the feed. When you secure your signal, you secure your life. The distraction is not the problem. The access you give it is the problem. Revoke the access. The spectrum is yours. The bandwidth is yours. If you are ready to go dark to the noise and go bright to the mission, subscribe to this channel. This is your secure line. And for your final transmission, verify the encryption. Comment below with "Signal secured." It is your declaration. The firewall is active, the noise is dead. Now, shut this off. Put the phone in the locker, go dark.